I don't believe I saw Giannis out there pregame. He's listed as doubtful. Is he going to go today?
No, Giannis is out.
Is Drew going to go today?
Yeah, Drew is going to go.
Just for you guys, as you have a big kind of defense performance, only giving up that number of points, how do you try to build on that? I know it's been up and down at times a little bit this year with the defense.
Yeah, I think it's great to have a another game, another challenge. Just a team that plays fast, a team that scores a lot. That probably it's going to be hard to have at least probably the numbers, but I think the effort and just some of the attention that it takes to get stops and to be good defensively, we just got to keep building on it. And I think last night it can be a little bit of it. Not that our defense is, we want it to get better, we want to improve, and last night was just a weird game in some ways too. A little bit of an outlier, just like an old school NBA game. So I think we just want to keep working on it, keep focusing on it, keep watching film, talking about it. But it's a great challenge for us.
I forgot about Grayson. I saw him working out pregame. Did he get that tested? And do you know if he's going to go or not?
He's out. He tested it on court. Last night we were hopeful that it was something that was not going to keep him from being able to play, but it got worse as he worked on the court, and so he'll be out tonight.
Like, kind of a bigger picture question for your young guys, Sandro, Jordan, to a degree. As you've progressed here in your program, and I know you don't like to practice a ton and stress these guys, how has your player development come along with guys like that, your rookies, your first, your second year guys? Because vets might know what they need to do to get ready to play and improve, but how have you seen that part of your program move along?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great kind of a little bit of a conundrum when you're on a good team. When the games and there's probably the veterans and the guys that can learn and grow, and we put a lot into that. So I think we have things that we call play groups that are really important to us. We got to get a lot of play groups. We got to get them playing, which is not your traditional practice, but I think it's an opportunity for them to take what they've been doing in their vitamins, what they've been doing in their individual work, and apply it in 5-on-5 environments, practice like environments where I think other teams, and if you're playing different situations, you may have a lot more of that. That's important for development. So hopefully we offset it with the play groups and trying to get but this year that's been harder probably than ever. And then we try and use the G League and the Herd and Chase and Allen. Those guys do a great job of coaching them up. It was great. Sandro and Jordan both went and played Thursday night, and did some things well. Did some you get chances to watch film of that. Like, I think and that's been probably harder this year. So it's not an easy thing to grow and develop young players on teams that are have high expectations, high aspirations. But I think you can do both, and the growth of Jordan this year has been good. Sandro as a second round pick's been good. So yeah, it's a good question.
Coach, so I take, is Dante in the starting lineup then?
I mean, we literally just found out that Grayson's out, so we'll talk about it and think about it. And there's a few ways we can go, including Dante. But there's a few different things. We got to figure out with Giannis out too. Who's starting there, and just figure out how we want to mix and match throughout the game.
I guess kind of my follow-up is, how do you see Dante? To me, it looks like he's getting a little more comfortable. It was kind of tough, I think, coming back after that long layoff. What do you see? And he seems more active. He's still not got the shot down yet, but maybe that's understandable.
Yeah, I think it was great to see him have, last night was probably his most complete game. Really kind of a lot of positives from him. So, we talked about it before the game yesterday, and at the end of the day, he's very, very early in his return to play. And, I think we see somebody who's impacting winning, who's making winning plays. He's so athletic. He's so competitive. He flies around, and the skill stuff, the shooting and other things like that, it's going to take a little bit of time. and it did, you know, it was great to see him have a good night last night. And I think it's another, you know, for us to have a back-to-back and for him to get back and play again tonight. Who knows how he plays? We're so excited that he's back and he's healthy, and he does so many winning things for us. So it's good to have him.
The Bulls were pushing for a suspension or for the league to look into the foul Grayson had. Have you heard anything from the league as an organization or yourself about a potential suspension for Grayson?
No.
And for you, obviously, Grayson has kind of spent the time afterwards hearing Billy Donovan thinks he's a dirty player. The Bulls want him suspended, all this stuff. How do you kind of help a player in that situation? Or, there's this idea that, he is a dirty player from things that happened previously. How do you as a coach kind of deal with that and try to help him through?
Yeah. I mean, it's something I've spent some of the day thinking about, and I'm going to visit with Grayson for, a lot of reasons, more just check in on him, see how he's doing. And, I can just go on Grayson since he's been here and really since he's been in the league. I think he's been great for us. He's competitive. He does a lot of things that are about winning. Our locker room loves him. I love him. Competition is tough, and there's things that happen in the games that are unfortunate. And, I know that Caruso is going to miss some time, and I feel for him. I don't want that for any of our opponents, for anybody. And, but there's nothing that was done intentional, nothing that was, Grayson's been nothing but great for us. And the way the guys feel about him, that's how the most is how a locker room feels about you. And it's an unfortunate part of competition. And I hope that, the Bulls and he can be back and whole and healthy as soon as possible, and look forward to competing against him again.